Hello, Dual Credit US History B, Unit 1 project. I said that weird. DC US History B, Unit 1 project, Reforming Muckrakers article. Okay, so this is a very fun project, and I have already introduced you to Jacob Riis, and he was a muckraker who worked on the tenement situation in New York City. There were other muckrakers. There are muckrakers that aren't even in this presentation, okay? Lots and lots of muckrakers. Ida Tarbell was a journalist who exposed John D. Rockefeller as a monopolist. She wrote The History of the Standard Oil Company, which became a best-selling, world-renowned, I don't know about world-renowned, but became a best-selling book at that time, all right? Ida B. Wells, she's an interesting one. She was an African-American journalist who was born into slavery, and in the 1890s, not 1980s, 1890s, became involved in anti-lynching activism. In 1892, she published Southern Horrors, Lynch Law in All Its Phases. She also became one of the founders of the NAACP, which, as you know, is still alive and well. So there we go, Ida Wells. Upton Sinclair, he's one of my personal favorites. He wrote about the horrors of the meatpacking plants in his book, The Jungle, which led to the Meat Inspection Act and the Pure Food and Drug Act in 1906. He's why we have the Food and Drug Administration today. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to write a muckraker article. You are a muckraker at the turn of the century, and your job is to investigate and report on a significant societal problem in the United States using your investigative skills to spark awareness and reform. This project will require you to research, write an article in a tabloid format, and propose solutions to the problem that you highlight. So, what you need to do is choose one of these topics, or a topic that you know more about, okay? Corporate monopolies and trusts, corruption in politics, poor working conditions, unsanitary food and drugs, poverty and slum life, racial injustice, environmental exploitation. You have stuff like, and really like Teddy Roosevelt. He was a muckraker, okay? He started off and joined Jacob Muir as wanting to have the national park system, which we do now. And so then you need to research your topic, okay? Here are the sources that you can use. Of course, this is not a list of sources, of only sources that you can use, but you can use the school library, Library of Congress. This is a site that I go to. I have a linked site that is free to sign up. They have a lot of really cool stuff to work with. Jacob Riis, which you've already done, W.E.B. Du Bois, and others that you might be interested in. Also, talk to me, okay? I love researching. It's a hobby of mine. I'm your teacher. This is my job. So I would be happy to talk to you. Make an appointment or just send me a message and say, hey, Mrs. Rush, what do you know about this topic? And I'd be happy to go along with you and see what we can find out, okay? Write your article. You need to have an introduction, which is worth 30 points, and provide a context to the issue. And this section should hook the reader, okay? So tell us about what is unfair about this or that, okay? Make it interesting. And then you have your body. You need to dive deeper into the issue, break down the problems, showing how it affects different groups and why it persists. Use your research to explain the causes of the problem. Okay, this is, usually I'm not a big fan of subheadings, but in this type of writing, I think some subheadings are a good idea, because this would be like for a newspaper or something. So subheadings might work well for you. And provide evidence, refer to the facts, statistics, and specific examples to support your claims. And then a proposed solution, a well-researched solution to the problem. This should be practical and innovative with clear steps for implementation. Make sure the solution is realistic and based on your research, okay? So there you go. Call to action. End your article with a good call to action. This motivates the reader to act, support the reform, or to get involved in solving the problem. Tell the reader what they can do to bring about the change, okay? So join this group. Join an advocacy group. Raise awareness, okay? Do this or that or whatever, all right? Your word count should be about 800 words in length. Make sure that you have it in kind of a tabloid format, engaging and accessible style, mimicking the tone of early 20th century muckraker journalism. Aim for a direct, impactful writing style. MLA works cited. Include a works cited page with all of your research, MLA guidelines, all of that. Review and submit, edit for clarity, check your sources, proofread, and remember the goal of this project is to spark change. Think about how this article can inspire others to act on the issue that you are discussing. Okay? If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. That is my job. That is why I am the teacher. Okay? So here's your basic grading rubric. Introduction, 30 points. Proposed solution, 25 points. Call to action, 25 points. 800 words or more, 10 points. MLA, 10 points. Okay? So, pretty basic. And yeah, I want to see you succeed in this, guys. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.